place where we take your music, listen to it, and we hang out. Happy days, roll another one, 'cause we're gonna have some fun. Don't forget to follow any of our affiliates.
The Bobby and Chaz Show.
Roll another blunt, 'cause we're gonna light it up. Send your music in, enjoy the tunes with me. Roll up on the screen, take a seat with me. Send your music in, and maybe bring your friends. Take a seat with me, enjoy the show with me. Sit back and hang out with Happy Days and me.
J-Cup with a double styrofoam cup.
Tune in now to the Bobby and Chaz Show.
What's up, guys? It is Acid Happy here with HappyDaze Entertainment, and today we have got an exclusive artist interview as we're going through this transition of rebranding and kind of redoing things around here with the Happy Days Network. We're going to take a moment right now to let you guys know that we're kind of having a few technical difficulties here and there with things, but we've got our restream it's paid for this month. We've got everything we need regarding the podcast, so we will be able to continue bringing you guys artist interviews and updates within the underground community, as well as music rotations. So stay tuned for that, because we will be having plenty of content for you guys to participate in and network with moving forward. So we're going to take the stand for a second, and I'm going to introduce our guest. We'll bring him up. How are you doing today?
Hey, how we doing? I'm doing great. My name's Louie SunmerField. How are you?
I'm good. So, speaking of which, that is our first question. That's why I didn't introduce you with your name. What is your artist name / stage name, and how did
Yep.
you come up with that?
So I go by Louie SunmerField as my stage name, and that's because my name is actually Louis Summerfield Marchman, and it goes back all the way to the slave trade, being Summerfields and Marchmans in our ancestry. And so I just dropped my last name and kind of made my first name more informal and made it Louis Summerfield as kind of my first pop stage name, or my first like mainstream stage name, because all the ones I had before were more like kind of streets related or whatever.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so how long have you had that name for?
It's been
Is
about
that
3
the
years I've been
same one
going
you...
under this one now.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Have you had any
Thank you.
other names within the artist or entertainment
Yeah,
community?
I used to go by Lucci Lufioso for a while, and before that I was Louis Summerfield Marchman, and before all that I was Chronic Ebonics when I was really young.
Okay, that's cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So, moving forward to the next question. These questions are going to kind of be based on like kind of about yourself information. So this next
Cool.
one is, how old are you? If you don't
I
mind
just
giving us
turned
that info.
33 on the 28th of January. I just turned 33 a few days ago. So I'm putting them on.
Well, happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Did you do anything fun for your birthday?
I ended up with 3 individual cakes, and I got to hang out with some good friends. And I didn't do too much. I stayed in the house and played a lot of music mostly, but I got to see my friends at night, and we had a little dinner and some cake, and that was pretty sweet. You know, when you get
Heck
older, you don't go to the
yeah.
bar as much, so it was pretty fun though.
Way cool. So where are you from?
I'm from I was born in Loveland, Colorado. I grew up in Colorado Springs and Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and I live in Steamboat Springs, Colorado now. So I've always
Okay,
lived in
so
Colorado. I've been all around the country, but always lived here in Colorado.
okay, I see. I see. Have you ever been anywhere else? Have you traveled?
Yeah, I've traveled all around the country. I've never left the USA yet. I'm planning to this year to go see Asia, but so far I've never left the USA. I've been all around it though. I've been from New York, and I've driven from Cleveland to Portland, so that's all the way across the United States, and a lot of different places in the United States, but I haven't left it yet. And that's my plan, is to get my passport and get out this year.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. So regarding that, do you plan on doing that for your music or just to do that in general?
Actually, I wanted to do. There's a girl I'd like to meet, and she wants to meet me, and we haven't met yet. And she's like an online friend. We were thinking we would meet in maybe Asia, and so I'm trying to
Okay.
put the trip together and see if we can do that because that would be really fun.
That sounds really fun.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I have no idea. Are you logged in? I think you might be logged into the Happy Days page. Well, that's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
So, I'm just here on my questionnaire. What is your main creative focus right now?
So basically, lately I've been working on. I have a lot of songs, and I made a lot of songs that came from places of depression and pain that people could relate to. But lately, I've been trying to reframe that and make feel good music and happy music and uplifting music that people can feel good with, instead of just that they relate to while they're in pain. Because I've got so much of that already. I've been trying to make more feel good and happy music lately because I want to be happier and I want people to be happier. And so I've been trying to focus on making music that helps people be happy and they can feel happy listening to.
Absolutely, that makes a lot of sense. So, are you doing it in a sense to, you know, be around the type of people that are going to bring you positivity so you create
Mm.
that positive mindset within
Yeah,
yourself?
I'm trying to choose to be happy and I'm trying to choose happiness in my life. And I'm trying to choose people that also want to choose to be happy because it's easy to be depressing, but it's a little harder to choose happiness. But I think it's important to do so because your life will just go so much better if you choose to enjoy things better.
Oh, absolutely, especially within the world we live in and the things that go on, there's a lot
Yeah,
of negative aspects to life, and to be
yeah.
able to choose happiness and to have that positive, attitude about life is very,
Mhm.
very good in a society full of dread and depression. So I completely
I
understand
agree.
that.
Thank you. I agree.
So, regarding your main creative focus, do you have any other side
Mhm.
talents that you want to bring into that same aspect, or do you mainly prioritize your music and bring positive aspects to that?
As far as creative things go, I'm pretty one dimensional. I do music. I like to play guitar, play piano, sing, rap, make beats, but it's always music for me creatively. I have a career outside of music as an entrepreneur doing tax accounting, but beyond that, in creative space, I'm pretty much all music. I don't know how to draw that well or paint or anything like that, but there's always time to learn. If we live long enough, I probably will.
That also brings an opportunity for you to learn and network with other artists and stuff that may have more influence and capabilities in those departments in which you lack.
True. Yeah, yeah. There's always a good opportunity to collaborate with somebody who can draw. Like if I need a tattoo or something, which I do,
Yeah, and
I
then
find
by
somebody who can
doing
draw.
stuff like that, you also can build both of your audience. Your fans of your
Mm-hmm.
music are going to go say, oh, well, such and
We need
such person
tattoos.
designed their album cover. We better go check
Yeah,
out to see who else they've designed for, because that's pretty fucking
facts.
cool, and vice versa.
Absolutely, and vice versa. Yeah, the people that they do in tattoos and drawing, they could come listen to my music, and the people that do
Hmm.
tattooing and drawing, I could bring them my fan base that could go get the tattoos and drawings from them or the
Yes,
artwork
absolutely. And it works. That's
like
that's
that.
the important thing about networking is, you
Mm-hmm.
never know what qualities in somebody else you might be able to help
Right.
shine your qualities with, and share
Mm-hmm.
that with each other. That's pretty fucking awesome.
They call that interdependence. They say in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, it's a big popular book from the 70s. He wrote that when you're a kid, you're dependent. You need others to take care of you. But when you're a young adult, when you're a teenager, you're independent. You don't want to be told what to do and you stand on your own and you don't want anybody to tell you anything. And then when you're really an adult, you become interdependent, which is like networking and collaborating and working together because we only each have our own skills, but we can all together put our skills and networks and resources together and get a lot further. I think that's a
Oh
big focus
yeah.
being an adult, interdependence, getting in there together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's one main focus that we have here at Happy Days is being able to bring artists together to network and collaborate and complete bigger projects, because there's certain
That's
aspects
dope.
and things that you can get done quicker and more developed and
Mm-hmm.
better done so as a team versus just
Yeah,
single-handedly trying to
facts.
demolish these
Do
big
everything.
projects on your own.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
We've got quite a few
Very true.
comments. What's up, Gio? Thank you for tapping in. If you guys are watching this, don't forget to ask questions in the comment section, share the video out, tag your highlights and your followers, and tag your favorite underground artist that you think should be on the show next interviewed. Um, Moving forward with our questions, what is one of your favorite projects that you have created or completed?
I've actually released 4 albums on my birthday, and one of them that was really cool was one of them that released that day, and it's called Mind Over Matter. And kind of the focus of the album is mind over matter, and then it's got this real metaphysical speech at the end this other guy gives that I put this long beat together for. And the whole album is kind of about mind over matter, and it's pretty cool. It's got a song called Mind Over Matter on it, and I thought that was a pretty good drop. Among the 4 albums I dropped so far, that's been my favorite. The ones I dropped on my birthday this a few days ago.
Heck yeah,
It's on
that's way
Spotify and
cool.
iTunes everywhere.
Now, how long did it take you to come out with these albums? Because you said you dropped multiple albums on the same day.
Yeah, well, I've been working on some of them for a couple of years, and other ones I've been working on for months. And so
Okay.
it takes a while. It takes a good while to come up with an album because you got to record, you got to mix and master, you got to write everything. You got to get everything right, and then you got to set up the distribution process. As you know, it takes some time.
Oh,
But
for sure.
the longest one took about 2 years, and the others took probably several months each.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, do these albums include any visual graphics, or is it just, the
Yeah.
same image? Or is it
No, I
something
got
that
the
you had to.
Canvas on Spotify where you got moving video and stuff with every song. They don't really let you do that on the other platforms, but on Spotify you got a Canva capability where you can do a little 8-second video clip that you think fits the theme of the song. And so I've been able to put those on pretty much all the albums. Most
Okay,
of them
heck
anyway.
yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. I love visual arts.
He's talking about being on the show.
Okay. We'll get him scheduled in. Sorry about that. Canva's a really good app. I actually do want to
Yeah, I got
take a
Canva.
moment to talk on Canva because I use Canva
Mhm.
to make the intro and the outro for the podcast as well as CapCut. CapCut's a really good
CapCut's
editing
sick.
software. I
Yeah.
fucking when the TikTok
They
ban got
banned it though.
CapCut. Huh?
They banned CapCut. I can't get on it anymore. I paid for a year
No,
and they banned it when they banned TikTok. And I can't get on it
um
now.
if you fucking didn't if you didn't delete it, you can still access it. When they
Oh, that's fucked up. I
when
deleted
they
it.
reinstated the TikTok
Should have
thing
been
and
letting me
we got
access
it
it.
back, I was able to use CapCut afterwards.
I
So
wasn't
shout
able
out
to
to
use it, so I
CapCut.
deleted it. Yeah, that's cool. It's back because that was the best editing software. It's better than Splice. It's better than a lot of them out there. And I paid for a
It
year, but I haven't
is.
been
It's
able
a
to get
really,
it
really
back.
good software.
Yeah, it's
I
been
highly,
dope. It's
highly
better than
recommend
Canva
keeping
even.
that on your phone.
Yeah, good
Um,
call. Damn, I wish I still had it.
so have you ever worked with other artists? And do you enjoy that or do you prefer to work on solo projects?
I like to work with other artists. I've worked with different singers. I used to be in a kind of a band of rappers and singers, and I've worked in with other artists quite a bit. But I do like to work alone also. I like to be in my studio and just be independently, autonomously creating. But I also like to work with other people because the more voices you add to a song, it can get a lot more depth and a lot more variety. So I do like to work
Yeah,
with other artists, and I'm open to working with just about anybody that's serious about doing it. So of course, if anybody wants to work with me, they feel free to hit me up through here or however. And yeah, I love working with other artists. I have quite a bit, but lately I've been working a lot of solo art. I think in the future I'll be working with artists again more in the near
that's
future.
cool. So do you charge for your work or do you do something regarding features out of the kindness of your heart? Do you just do that because
Pretty
you're
much out of the
fan?
kindness of my heart because of the love of the art. I get paid a little bit for the streams on the iTunes, Spotify, on the streaming platforms and stuff. But when artists want to collab, I usually don't charge them. Oftentimes, if they need a beat or two, I don't charge them. I just do it because I love the music, and I know people love the music, and I know a lot of times artist types aren't the richest people, so I don't really charge usually. I just kind of hook them up.
That's awesome. That's fucking great to hear. I know I have a lot of artists that watch my show and collaborate within my network. We've got commenters from some of those people right now. Um,
Cool.
and if you guys are watching and you're hearing this, don't forget to engage and reach out if you want to collaborate and work.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure he's
open
got
to
some
working with
amazing
people.
shit.
Definitely open to working with people, and I have a lot of fun with the music. I love to play. and come up with the chord progressions. Really, my favorite part is coming up with the chord progressions because you can just go so many directions, taking even the wheel of fifths or any tool for coming up with chord progressions. There's a lot you can do. I've got some cool software and tools for coming up with chord progressions and lyrics and stuff too. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Studio's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what are some of the highlighted or or some of your most favorite experiences as an artist? Like, what things
Sure.
have you experienced within the industry that, like, have made you positively or impacted you positively?
Getting a standing ovation when I did a show at a church once was really cool. I thought they were gonna hate it, but by the
Awesome.
time I was so nervous, and by the time I got done, I got a standing ovation, and it blew my mind. Or doing Christmas services at another church was really cool. Getting to meet a lot of the people I've gotten to meet through being an artist has been really amazing. Meeting people that are also into music and are also talented is really awesome. And being able to release a lot of music has been really cool too, because I just love releasing it and getting it out there where people can hear it, and I hope people do listen to it and enjoy it. And that's pretty much my favorite part
Absolutely.
of it.
That's cool. That is really cool. So, do you have a preference when it comes to where you perform and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't really like I like drugs, to be honest. I don't like alcohol. So I don't really like the bar. I don't like going to the bar. And so I don't like playing at the bar. So I like to play pretty much anywhere else. I like to play outside, and if it's nice out, I live in Colorado, so it's a lot of winter right now, but I like to play outside when it's nice out. I like to play any venue that's where people are there to listen to music and focus on the music, more so than any venue that's just people there to focus on getting hammered and whatever else. And so, because I'm not an alcohol person, I used to drink a lot of alcohol for a lot of years, but now I'm like, nah, give me the weed or something like that. Give me something to smoke and not something to drink, because I don't be drinking alcohol anymore. So I don't really like to perform at the bar now.
I actually can completely understand where you come from there. When I was a teenager, I used to drink a lot, and due to some medical issues, I have to stay away from alcohol and booze. So that's it's fun and it's good to see common grounds when I talk to other artists that can understand that aspect on.
Yeah,
There's other things out there that can put you in a
absolutely.
good headspace, and
Yep.
it doesn't have to be
Facts.
alcohol.
That's so true. Yeah, there's a lot of good things out there. It's all about what's good for you. And for me, it's not alcohol. But yeah, it's
Hmm.
cool. Mine's more taboo, so I won't mention it. But yeah, there is one I really like.
Ain't nothing wrong
Hilarious.
with that. So, one person dead or alive that you'd like to work with, and one person
Ooh,
dead or alive that you would perform for. Now, this could be
shoot.
anybody, a relative that's passed on, a musician, or another
Uh,
artist that's
uh,
passed on, anybody. Two
I would like
people.
to perform for Muhammad Ali. And I would like to work with Jimi Hendrix because he just had such a different way of looking at everything musically, and he was just so genius, but so non-conventional. He couldn't even read music, but he could do so much with music that other people that could read music could never do. And he was amazing in a lot of ways like that. And so I want to work with Jimi Hendrix just to see like how he attacks stuff and where he comes up with some of this stuff, and how he does, because he was so genius. And I would like to perform for, I guess, Muhammad Ali because he was so great as a fighter.
Okay, I
Those
see.
are the first two that popped to my head. I never really thought about that before.
No, that's the type of stuff we like to talk about, and the fact that you even were able to come up with answers and descriptions on why, that's a beautiful thing. Here's another question like that. Who are your top three biggest influence on your work that you have within, your artistry?
Yeah. Well, I really love a lot of old music like the Beatles and stuff, but I don't really have per se. I guess I do kind of have influences. I try to never listen to other music when I'm making my own music because I don't want it to be tainted by anybody else's ideas. But at the
Right.
same time, there's a lot of things that have shaped me, and growing up listening to it, I love Radiohead. I love Immoral Technique and Jedi Mind Tricks and the underground hardcore rap scene, like nonfiction type stuff. I really liked a lot of the Beatles music, and stuff like Radiohead, indie rock, Phoenix, stuff like that. It really got me loving music. Even when I
Heck
was young,
yeah.
The Strokes is probably my favorite band. I love the Strokes. Shout out to Julian Casablancas and the Strokes. So stuff like that. I love indie rock and trap. And so what I've kind of tried to do with my music is make like a fusion between indie rock and hip hop, to where you can feel them both at the same time without noticing that it doesn't seem like one or the other, so to
That's
speak. And so
awesome.
it's kind of what I try to do.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. So, regarding your own qualities, what do you think your best qualities are as an artist and your lowest qualities are as an artist?
One of my best qualities is the amount of production, and one of my worst qualities is probably I'm not the
What up,
best at mixing
Bill?
and mastering. Mixing and
Well,
mastering can be difficult. Sometimes I'll spend
Geo,
more
there's
of the
so many
time
people watching right now.
doing mixing and mastering than I do the rest of the whole process, because it takes longer, because I'm just not as gifted there.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So, do you have
Get it?
any qualities about yourself that you look for in other artists? And are there any red flags that you look for
Mm.
when you're working and engaging with other artists?
The only red flag I could think of would be like a prima donna attitude. If somebody thinks they're the only thing or the coolest thing since sliced bread, or the only thing that matters, then that'd be the only thing I'd look out for. And the things I do look for to hopefully work with is I like people that can sing a good high note. That's another one of my weak points. I can't sing a great falsetto. I got a little bit of a deeper voice. And
Yeah,
so
I see.
when it comes to singing real high, I can't get that high. So people that can get that really high pitch falsetto and up, I look for that, because I can add another layer to my music, which is good. So it could be a woman, it could be a man, because some men can sing that high, but anybody that can sing that high, I could use you on my record.
Heck yeah, if you're watching and you can sing with a falsetto or you got that high pitch in your tone, he needs you on his record.
I need you.
So, one of our last questions we got here is, do you have any advice for any artists out there who might see this one day and that might be looking for advice
Yeah.
from another artist?
Don't give up on yourself or your art, or even putting it out, no matter what. Even if you take breaks, even if things come against you, even if you have things that try to stop you, don't ever give up on the beauty of what you do, because a lot of times music can pull you out of a depression or out of a funk or out of a hard time, and it can elevate your mood almost every time that you mess with it. So no matter what comes against you to try to make you stop, or no matter how many people tell you you suck, or that you can't sing, or you can't play, you can't do this, you can't do that, just don't even listen to them, and just keep persevering and doing it anyway, because ultimately the only thing that matters is you and the people that enjoy your music. Everybody else that wants to be a hater, it doesn't matter. A lot of people are going to do that when you put your stuff out there, whether it's good or not, and people just love to hate. So don't even worry about that. Just keep pushing and keep doing what you want to do, because you have something unique that is put in you to bring to the world that only you have. So bring that to the world regardless of what haters say. I would say that.
Absolutely. That is so beautiful. And thank you for that. So,
Thank
if
you.
you guys are out there and you're listening and you're an artist yourself, don't ever give up on your dreams and make sure you
Hmm.
continue to follow them.
Hmm.
Um we got two
Yeah.
questions left, and these are our Happy
All
Days
right.
oriented questions because this is
Cool.
Happy Days
Happy
Productions.
days.
Um do you smoke? Do you smoke
Oh yeah.
and
The
participate in the
ganja.
fragrance
I
of
love the
Mary
ganja.
Jane?
I love the ganja. I love, let's say, Red Bull, and I love ganja and Red Bull together, because you can really get a lot done. And I love even Newports and ganja and Red Bull. We're using Red Bull as code word. That's my favorite shits right there. You give me that, you come to my studio, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get a
Oh,
lot
there
done,
you
and we're gonna have a
go.
great time.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely, Mente.
Um,
Yeah, I love that.
here's our last question. And when it comes to preferences, are you on the blunt rotation or do you prefer a bong?
Ooh, I have a bong. It's not a weed bong, it's a different kind of bong, but I prefer the blunt rotation, because the blunts taste a little better. They hit a little harder. Seems like a little bong you can milk a bong and make it hit really hard. But I just like the taste of blunts better than bongs. And glass with weed, I think it's better to roll some up than use any glass when you're smoking weed. That's my
Heck
preference for sure.
yeah. I totally
Definitely.
see you come from there. Totally, totally. And you
What's
can
up?
get flavored wraps when it comes to blunts and stuff like
Yeah, you
that.
get
Get fancy
grape,
with
cherry,
it.
peach, whatever you need.
So, since that was our last question, I do know that you had something and mentioned something about wanting to perform. So,
See what
if
we
you're
can
ready
do.
for that, I'm going to mute myself so that you can
All right, let's
perform and
get it.
talk about whatever you got going on.
Let's do one of those songs for y'all, and we'll keep it pushing. And the sunlight on your skin, I know you are the one. And the family like a fire until the fire is done. Never knew that life could be that way. And in an instant to take it all away. Never knew the time could be so calm. You just gotta come to what all is going on. I need you to come and take that walk. Come and see what's all in store for us. Hope you never grow quite like this. And all the memories you have will never be enough. You never knew that life could be that way. Sometimes I wonder if I should make the same mistake. Hold my hand as I forget my name. And then you throw me out in the dark again. Never thought that it could be this way. I never knew that love could be so many mistakes. Never felt that way again. When I met you later, hear you calling my name. I never knew that I could be the same. I never knew that love could even be that way. Never know that we were all alone in this time. Things we do and say. Thinking about the way I feel with you. And all together, forget everything that wasn't true. So we hang our flag on the past. About the virus and hang it at half-mast. That's all I got for you today.
Heck yeah, dude.
Thank
So,
you for having me.
it's giving Kurt Cobain Nirvana vibes, but also, that 90s grunge almost. You know what I mean? And
Love the grungy
those
style.
are
It's
the
my
vibes
favorite.
I'm getting from that.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, I gotta ask, what kind of guitar do you use and do you play?
So I got a few. I got a Fender Acoustic Electric is one of my favorites. It does both. It's acoustic, but also goes on the amplifier. And then I
Oh,
just gave my friend my
beautiful.
Fender Stratocaster. So I'm dealing with like a punk rock, rock garage guitar that it doesn't even have a name or a brand. I think it was custom made, and I don't know by who. My friend actually got it
Yes.
out of a garage sale and bought it and gave it to me as a gift. I gave my Stratocaster out to my friend a couple of days ago, and so I'm dealing with this rock band, garage rock. I should call it the garage rock guitar. I don't know where it came from, but it came from some family's garage sale, and my friend rescued it for me. Basically, it's a custom made.
Well, that
It's got no
that's
name.
great. It's always beautiful to be able to save the instruments and the guitars. I've got
Facts.
4 of them myself, so I was just curious.
Yeah, and I got the Fender acoustic, and then I got a Taylor electric.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So, I'm gonna give you the floor if there's anything you want to say to the audience, give any shout outs, talk about any upcoming
Sure.
events anymore. And we're gonna wrap this show up.
All right, let's get it. I just wanted to shout out, if I could, my little tax practice. I have a company called Marchman Accounting. I do taxes. It's tax season. If anybody needs help with their taxes, I'm your guy. Also, check out my music if you want to on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Louie Summerfield is the name, or Facebook. Summerfield Marchman is my main Facebook. I have 3 of them, but the main one is Summerfield Marchman. You can all hit me up there, add me, follow me, whatever you want to do, and we can talk on there if you want to collab. And thanks for having me on the show today. I really appreciate you.
Of course, no problem. That's what the Happy Days Entertainment our Productions Network is about. If you can tap out now if you'd like to, or you can continue chilling. I'm just gonna talk about a couple of the upcoming events that we have, and also remind everybody that we've got this Happy Days Hangouts group. That if you guys want to join and share and promote your music, and you're welcome to do that. And for our February schedule, we've got Mr. Solid on February 5th at 5:30 p.m. We got God I'm Willing, Gio. He's been in the comments. Shout out to Gio. We got him February 7th at 5:30 p.m. We've got Jenna Brown, and she's going to talk about her Rat Emporium at 2:30 p.m. on the same day, February 7th. We've got Boneface and Noodle HR on February 8th. And the Hip Hop Shop tonight is doing an event, so you guys want to go check that out if you guys are in the area. Sabretooth has a new release February 14th. We may or may not be having a release date party for these songs that are coming out before February 14th on that day. If you guys are interested in artists to have music coming out in the month of February, let us know. We can get that arranged. Me and Gio have some music coming out February 15th. We're going to be releasing that. February 20th, we've got the Wicked Solitude interview, and 22nd of February, we have the Ground Zero interview. So you guys want to stay tuned for those, and don't forget to share out this video.
Did you mention Aaron Endo on the 15th?
Aaron Endo's also going to be on the 15th. I forgot to write that down on my piece of paper that I've got here. But yes, that's an interview at 5:30 p.m. EST on the 15th as well.
He was in the chat today. Shout out to him. And the hip hop shop thing is at the Sidebar in Athens, Ohio at 8:00 p.m. tonight is when it starts.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in any of that, go for it.
My homies, the Jack of Hearts and Hill Hackworth, who is one half of Disfunk Fam, run that. I'm very proud of them. Go out there, check it out, show your support.
100%. All right, and with that, anything else that you'd like to say, Mr. SunmerField?
Thanks for having me. This was real fun. Yeah.
No.
Have a great day.
No problem. And peace. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right, I'm gonna let this run through. See, I want to keep those interviews like 30 minutes like that, so that
Yeah, it doesn't overly long, but it still gets all the questions and points across that it needs to.
exactly. And that was a good interview, actually. We had there's still 3 people watching the fucking end credits.
Doing the one song.